The cabinet meeting that's coming up in just a short while from now in Maharashtra, there is huge speculation and suspense over whether this could be the last cabinet meeting of the Uddhav Thackeray government. Sources telling India today that with the BJP and Shinde camp weighing possible options for government formation before this weekend, all eyes are on Uddhav's cabinet meeting that kicks off in just a few minutes from now. Uddhav Thackeray had called on Sharad Pawar before the cabinet meeting today. He called in rather, not called on. And sources are telling us that Pawar has convinced Uddhav not to give up without a fight. Sharad Pawar, remember, has been instrumental so far in energizing Uddhav and forcing him not to throw in the towel and resign. Also breaking via our sources, Uddhav Thackeray has gotten in touch with the Congress High Command. Remember, the Congress is the third member of the Aghadi Sarkar. So Uddhav Thackeray has reached out to the Congress High Command before this upcoming cabinet meet, over which there is huge speculation whether it will be the last cabinet meeting of the Uddhav Thackeray government. I want to go across to our frontline reporters from Mumbai to Guwahati tracking the story live. I want to go across to Sahil Joshi first. Sahil, cabinet meeting which Uddhav Thackeray will be addressing via video link. What are we expecting to see? He's had a conversation with Sharad Pawar before that as well. You know, there are lots of discussions that are taking place in Delhi which could have an impact on what happens over the next few days in Maharashtra. What do you see this cabinet meeting, about? And, could there be some decisions taken there, Sahil?
Well, Shiv, let's understand the background of this cabinet meeting first, because yesterday, some of the senior ministers from the Maharashtra cabinet met with Uddhav Thackeray. These ministers include the Home Minister Dilip Walse Patil, the Water Resource Minister Jayant Patil, and also the PWD Minister Ashok Chavan, who is from Congress, and also the Maharashtra Pradesh Congress Committee Chief Nana Patole also met him yesterday. All these people requested Uddhav Thackeray that you should be holding the weekly cabinet meeting as usual. Let's show to the people of Maharashtra that we are working as a government as normal as possible. There have been complaints made to the governor that many decisions are being taken despite the government has lost the majority, or there is a political crisis. Despite that, since last 4 days, lot of decisions have been taken. There are a lot of government resolutions which has been passed, against which the governor has asked the Chief Secretary to give the details to him, and accordingly the future government may take some decisions with respect to that. But before that, all these ministers met, the leaders met and requested Uddhav Thackeray to continue as normal as possible. And that is the reason why today the cabinet meeting was called. Now, the cabinet meeting was called at 2:30, but during that time he spoke to Sharad Pawar. After that, he released one statement of his, which was kind of an emotional statement, and again making it clear to the MLAs. It looked like that he was more talking to his cadre, because there have been a lot of complaints from the MLAs that the way Sanjay Raut is speaking, they had also mentioned Sanjay Raut some of the remarks in the petition as well, that when Sanjay Raut said that 40 bodies, corpses will come to Mumbai, and their postmortem will happen inside the Assembly House. So to kind of soothe the situation, he spoke, he made this statement before going to the cabinet, and after that at 5 o'clock now the cabinet is happening. Now, what is the difference in this cabinet? Shiv Sena's Minister Anil Parab, Subhash Desai and Aaditya Thackeray have reached Mantralaya. These are the only 3 ministers now left with Uddhav camp. Uddhav Thackeray himself will be addressing this cabinet through video conferencing. He has spoken to the Congress High Command before going to the cabinet. But what I'm hearing is that the Shiv Sena leadership, Sanjay Raut, Anil Desai is in, Shiv Sena MP is in right now Delhi. They are also preparing in the case if the governor asks Uddhav Thackeray that prove your majority in the house, they will immediately rush to the Supreme Court. That is the preparation they have already made. So right now, there is a huge speculation whether Uddhav Thackeray will go for resignation and avoid further conflict with BJP and the Shinde camp, or most importantly, will he fight for the Shiv Sena group? Because that is the crucial matter. What BJP wants is that Shiv Sena, the Shinde group becomes the original Shiv Sena legislative party group. Whereas the Uddhav camp wants that his group should be identified as a Shiv Sena legislative party group, and the Shinde group can be split away group. Maybe there will not be any action as per the anti-defection law, but eventually they will have to merge with some other party. So this game is going to be a legal game. Now whether Uddhav Thackeray, before going into this legal battle, will he give up is the question, which answer we will get in this cabinet. That's why this cabinet is going to be crucial. My sources say that this cabinet is his last cabinet because anyways he doesn't have the number. The government looks like that doesn't have the majority. Sena camp keeps claiming that they are in touch with almost 20 to 25 MLAs who are messaging Uddhav Thackeray saying that they are still with Shiv Sena. They have released the videos to that effect. But that is creating a confusion because anyways Eknath Shinde and the BJP and the governor, all three of them in unanimous voice has been claiming that Shinde group is the main Shiv Sena legislative party, which is yet to be solved, and that is the reason why Uddhav Thackeray's claim that 20 to 25 MLAs are with him, basis on the SMSs he have received from these 20-25 MLAs is yet to be tested, and that can only be tested once these MLAs come back to Mumbai. So that is a very tricky situation. What I can see that if he doesn't resign today, then there is going to be another legal battle fought in the Supreme Court. If Supreme Court goes in the favor of Uddhav Thackeray with respect to the legislative party leader, then half battle won, because he anyway knows that his government is going to go. Now the battle is for the tag of Shiv Sena legislative party.
No, it's a very interesting point you're making, Sahil. You're making an extremely important point, because you're saying that if Uddhav Thackeray doesn't resign today, then the legal battle takes on another, goes to the next level already. And I'm sure that the rival rebel camp is already sort of wargaming this entire situation and preparing for that. They have their own legal counsel as well, because each side is trying to outwit the other and stay ahead of the game.